Okay, so once you guys have typed this or copied and pasted the information into the spreadsheet, now we can calculate the values. The scatter plot will give you what we call the linear regression, and that consists of a slope and a y-intercept. So I'm going to type in here y-intercept, and then in the next one I'm going to say slope, and then I'm going to say value per share in 2042. Okay. And I'll give you guys a second to kind of catch up with me. So just pick one of these, and then you can copy and paste these later. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click and highlight all this. And I don't know, I just like to put it in like, this is how you outline the borders. Okay. And then I got to put a formula in here. And so I'm going to also do months, because some people will have a different number of months. So I'm going to do the outline the border of that as well. And in this particular case, in 2042, I calculated that it's 228 months. Now, some people, the companies didn't start in 2016, so they'll have a different number. They got to count how many months they actually have until 2042. But for Tesla, the slope is 3.98, and so I'm going to put that here, 3.98. The y-intercept for Tesla was negative 64.2, so I'm going to put negative 64.2. And so this is going to be calculated. So I'm just going to put in the slope, right? So I click on this thing, and it'll put in H2. And if you notice, this is column H, row 2. So it's saying take the value from H2, and then I'm going to multiply that by X, which is the number of months, which is located in column J, row 2. And then I'm going to say plus the y-intercept. Now when I hit enter, so this is like y times X plus B. And so when I hit enter, it'll automatically calculate that value or information for me. So then the next thing I'm going to do is value in 2022. And this I'm going to pull from this last one right here. Okay? $197 and some change, right? So the way that I can put that in there is I hit equals, and then I just go all the way down here and I click on this. If I hit enter, whatever that number is, it's going to put it right here. All right? So now I want to calculate the number of shares that I can buy at that price. Okay? So I'm going to say number of shares, all right, that I can buy, and investment So now the investment, I'm going to plug that in. So if I want to invest the entire $100,000, I put $100,000 in there, and I'm going to put investment in dollars. Okay. So now to figure out the number of shares, I'm going to hit the equal sign, and it's whatever this value is, right, divided by whatever this value is. So according to this, and this is not a dollar amount. I don't know why. Oh, because this is in dollars. This is, so let's change the format. That's just a number. Just a number. Okay. This is in dollars. So if I go to format and I go to number and I come down here to currency, it'll put it in dollars. It did that because this is a dollar amount. Okay. And so I could buy 500 and something shares, and I'll fix all this. Let's put this in a border for now. Okay. So then, yes. the value per share. Hold on, let me finish this and we'll come back. What value per share? Do you have this formula typed in? Okay, I'll have to come and look at it and see what's going on, okay? So then this is, now I want to make a prediction. We'll say George's net worth. Now this is probably not the right wording, but we want to know how much money he'll have at the end of this, okay? So what I need to do is I need to put an equal sign, and the total money he'll have at the end is going to be the value per share times the number of shares he can own. Okay? And then you hit enter. And there's some things that we could do to clean this up. If I click on decrease decimal places, oops, I'll do that. That's a dollar amount. And so I'm going to go to format and change the number to currency. Okay. And then I'll put that's for Tesla. Okay, so let's put this in a border too. And then lastly, if you notice some of the font sizes are different sizes and stuff, if you hit Control A, it highlights the whole thing, and I'm going to make it all a 12-point font. All right? So that's what he'll be worth if he puts all $100,000 of stock into his into this one company. Now, if you have two companies and you want to change that to $50,000 in this company and then $50,000 in the other company, so it's set up that way, okay? So let me just briefly go through. This you just type in the value. This one you just type in the value. This one is the formula. So you put equals, and let me zoom in on that so you guys can see. Let me see how I would zoom in on that. I'm trying to think, what's the best way? No. Yeah. So for that one, for that particular cell, you're going to enter in this formula. H2, and you could type this, H2, and then the times is shift 8, J2 plus G2. Okay? So that's the formula you type in there. Months, you just leave that blank and you can type in a value. No formula goes in there. Then this one, you just put equals C85. And that'll pull the last value. And then the number of shares, you're going to say equals G6 divided by E6. If I'm going too fast, raise your hand. I'll back up. Okay. And then this, no formula. That's just a value you type in. Am I going too fast? Well, you got to raise your hand and let me know. Which one? Where are you at?
Oh, I'm still putting in. I just put in lighter stuff, value per share. I just put all that in. I'm just gonna wait till you finish and
Okay, well let's figure this out now. What about this one? This one is going to be equals I2 times F6. Because there's one more step we got to do. We can copy and paste this in the other spreadsheets. I just want to make sure. So where are you at? What did you need help with?
I need help with the math that I'm supposed to be doing to get all these answers.
But I guess I don't. But so is it that you don't understand how these values are calculated, or you don't understand the formula to enter into the spreadsheet? Okay. So do you have this formula typed in? Okay, type that in. Did you finish typing this yet? Did you get that one typed in? And the next one that you need to type in is this one. I'm recording this too, so if when you go to do this on your own, you could just play the YouTube video and then just pause it and do it one step at a time. Did you get this one typed in?
For some reason, every time the formula deletes.
Are you hitting enter? All right, can we do the next formula? Okay. Now this one, this is you put the equal sign. So whenever you hit the equal sign, it tells the spreadsheet we're going to enter a formula. Calculate the value in this cell based on the formula. So I'm saying G6, whatever the value in G6 is, we're dividing by E6. And see this right here? So what I'm saying is the value in F6 is equal to G6 divided by E6. Do you have that typed in? Okay. And then the next formula that we enter in is this one over here. Okay. So once I'm going to zoom back out. Can I zoom back out? Okay. So now that I have all the formulas in there, and your numbers might be different than mine, I can just simply copy and paste this stuff. So what I've added is I've added this and this, okay? And then if you hit Control, I can copy these two. And then I hit Control C, or I can right click once I've selected those. I'm going to copy those. And then I can go to A, and I think if I type it here, oh no, that's not good. So you're going to have to copy and paste it. Wait, you gotta go down here. So let me undo this. I think I could do this. No. So you got to do it in two parts. So unfortunately, I got to copy and paste this in three parts actually. And so I'll copy and paste this. And you got to put it in the same spot. So I'm going to put that here, paste that. Okay. And then I go down to, and I got to copy and paste it in the same spot. And so I'm going to do this one too. When I copy and paste that, and I go to stock A, I'm going to paste that here. Now this has numbers plugged in, And I don't know what company this is. I think this is, I don't know what company this is, but there's data that I've entered into that company. Wait, I should make sure I'm not messing with another student's assignment. So, share. No, this is just a copy. I copied and pasted some information. And so what I want to do is I do have to plug some values in. So if I take this stock, this one has a slope of 1.2. And so I'm going to change my slope to 1.2. And this has a y-intercept of 42.1. So I have a y-intercept of 42.1. Now what's interesting, and I got to slide some things over to make some room so I could see the stuff. What's interesting is this company, because it has a lower per share value, I don't make as much money because the value of it in 2042, it triples its value, but it has a slower slope, right? So the slope is the rate of increase, so it doesn't increase as much per share. But how much would he have at the end of this? So if I put $50,000 in this stock, and I put $50,000 in the other Tesla stock, in other words, if I divvy up the money, I'll have 143,000 plus this 213,000. And so you could play around with it and say, well, what happens if I invest all 100,000 in it? I'd have 427,000. But some people will say, well, what if Tesla goes down over the years? So some people say maybe I should only do 30,000 in Tesla because I don't know, and maybe I should do another 30,000 in this company, and then they pick a third company. So those are the decisions that you need to make. Okay? Does that help with the calculations? Are you guys able to copy and paste those formulas into the thing? And like I said, I've recorded this. So the reason I record the videos, and it was interesting. First hour, I told the kids when it came to copy and paste in the values over here, I said, I've recorded the video. It's only 10 minutes. Open up the video on one tab, watch me do it, pause it, and then just do that step. And I watched all the kids on GoGuardian. Nobody that had an issue plugging in the information was actually watching the video. And they said, I can't do it. And it doesn't bother me that they were not watching the video, but they tried to make up the stuff on their own. And it was literally, you just have to copy step one, copy. And so I say that, so that way if you get stuck on something, obviously you can ask me for my help, but you could just look at this video because I'll post it. And that way you should be able to copy and follow the steps. All right? Any questions? No. Let me stop recording.